If you've got time to scroll, you've got time to build. Now, before you tell me that you're too busy, let me ask you something. How many hours did you spend today just on habits? Just on the things that you don't even really think about doing, they just happen. I see it all the time. Ambitious, smart people stuck in the cycle of, I'll do it when I have time. But time isn't the problem, it's how you're using it. And I know that stings a little because we've all been there, stuck in a cycle of busyness, thinking that you're making progress on a goal, but you really aren't making time for it. And in the meantime, feeling exhausted. But what if I told you with just a few simple shifts in how you think about time and how you use your time, you could change everything? So today, we're gonna break it all down. I'm gonna give you practical, real-world time management hacks. You can apply these to wherever you are. These are the same tactics that successful founders, successful business people use in order to reclaim your time and finally make progress on your business, your projects, and your life in general. And by the way, you might want to go ahead and save this because once you start applying these tips, you're never going to see your schedule the same way again. Let's dive in. Hey, I just want to say thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. The fact that you're listening to this, watching this, tells me that you're really serious about taking control of your time and that we're the same kind of people. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ayana Christie, and this channel is all about helping ambitious people build businesses and live lives that actually work for them, not lives that drain them. If you've been rocking with me for a while, you know I keep it cute and I keep it real. I'm stripping out all the jargon. I'm not here to waste anybody's time. What I am here to do is help you figure out how time is slipping through your fingers so that you can finally and actually make progress on what matters to you. And let me tell you, I'm speaking from experience. I have been the queen of I'll start next week, I'll start next month, I'll start next year. And then life gets in the way. Work got busy. My boss had other things that I needed to be able to do. All those ambitious plans and that excitement around the planning withered away as my goals slipped further and further down the list. And to be honest, it just feels awful. It feels awful to have a plan, have something you really want to do, and then not be able to find time to get it done. So if you're feeling like you never have enough time and you're finding yourself saying, I'll start when things calm down, I get it. I've totally been there and I'm here to help. By the end of our chat, you'll have actionable, proven strategies to take control of your time and finally start to make progress on whatever it is you want to do. Let's get it. Let's talk about why you feel like you can never have enough time. Spoiler, it's not because you have actually less time than someone else. It's because your time is being stolen. You know that moment when you finally sit down to get something done, and then all of a sudden you're getting text messages, email notifications, a call from your mom, an urgent G chat or a Slack message from your boss? That's not bad luck. That's a pattern. Most of us have done this before we learned better. Here's where most people lose time. Saying yes to things that don't serve your goals. When this is happening, you don't have a time problem, you have a boundaries problem. Mindless scrolling disguised as a quick break that had no beginning and no end. 15 minutes became an hour just like that. And this last one's a big one, living in reaction mode. You're spending the day responding to other people's priorities instead of your own priorities. What would happen if you were to audit your time for one day? Tracking all activities into 30-minute blocks. I guarantee you that you would find at least 1 hour that you're currently wasting and now you can reclaim. You're going to start thinking like an entrepreneur that sees time as their most valuable asset. I used to look at serial entrepreneurs and wonder, how do they have all this time? Time to build multiple businesses, work out, have a life, travel, have a family. Meanwhile, here I am at my 9 to 5, feeling like I'm running in place trying to catch up. It turned out they weren't working harder than me at all. They were just using time differently. They don't just fit in their business. They make time for it, like you might make time for a client or make time to make sure you catch a flight you don't want to miss. A study from Harvard Business Review found that the most productive people are adamant about protecting their time. They guard their most important hours like their life and their business depended on it, because it does. Here's how we can activate some of that thinking. Set CEO hours. I love a good CEO hour. This is setting dedicated time with yourself or with your team that is non-negotiable. You must make time to work on your business. Use the 80-20 rule. Looking at all the things that you're responsible for and finding that 20% that's going to give you 80% of impact and delegating and deprioritizing the rest. This one's my favorite. Batching work. Finding all the like activities or like meetings and grouping them together so that you're not constantly switching contexts. Multitasking is a myth. What you're actually doing is making your brain work harder, making you more tired, and also less focused on every individual task. Putting similar tasks together is going to make you so much more impactful in what you're doing and activate a laser focus. That might mean grouping emails and small tasks that take only 2 to 5 minutes each together and large blocks of time that require focus, research, writing, reading, putting those together. If you heard nothing else, instead of treating your business like an afterthought, treat it like a non-negotiable. That alone will encourage you to start making time to work on your business. Start with 2 to 3 tasks that actually move the needle for you right now. This could be 30 minutes of affirmations because you're still working up the nerve, and that's okay. It could be an hour of researching your customer because you've started to learn about who the person is that you're making something for. Put these things on your calendar like a standing appointment that you cannot move. Trust me, once you make these small shifts, you'll start to see time so differently. It'll be less about finding time to do something and just deciding what matters. I've been there. I used to think that time management was about cramming more into the day. More tasks, more effort, more grind. But the reality is, the people who seem to have more time, they aren't working harder. Research from the American Psychological Association found that people who use time blocking strategies are less overwhelmed and get more done without working longer hours. So let's talk about these time-saving habits that'll help you reclaim your time without burning out. Introducing the Power Hour method. This is simply setting a 60-minute timer to go all in on a high-impact task. The rules are no distractions. No checking your phone, no checking email, no getting up, just focusing on that high impact task with the timer visible. I do these as 45 minutes or 90-minute segments, so I can either have a 15-minute break or a 30-minute break after. Whatever you choose, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, the key here is setting a timer and committing to no distractions. It's a game changer. You'll be shocked at how much you can get done. Here's the 2-minute rule. If a task is important and it takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This prevents you from adding it to a list and letting your list of small things that you need to do that are important pile up. Either you make a list and also set a time block for you to work on that list, or apply this 2-minute rule. Just get it done. Ever notice how exhausting it is to make hundreds of tiny decisions every day? What to wear, what to eat, when to work out. High achievers minimize this decision fatigue by pre-planning meals, outfits, and routines. This allows their brain space to actually focus on what matters and focus on creativity. I'm not saying you need to be Steve Jobs, but you can pre-plan what you're going to wear for the week on a Sunday. And that's one less thing you have to think about for the rest of the week. You can meal prep. Think about how you can batch some of these decisions and set a routine that you no longer have to make every micro decision every single day and allow your brain space to do something else. Again, these micro hacks are a game changer. Drop a comment with which one you're going to start with and let me know how it's going. If being busy meant being successful, we'd all be millionaires by now, right? But busyness and productivity, not the same thing. Most people stay busy because it feels productive, but it's really avoidance. Productivity is about results, not effort. So if you're working hard but not seeing progress, it's time to change your approach. How to break out the busy trap. Start by planning for tomorrow, tonight. Research shows that people who write down their top 3 priorities before bed are more likely to execute them the next day. Before you go to sleep, no matter what happened today, take 5 minutes to write down what really matters for tomorrow. Say no more often. Every yes to something that's misaligned with who you really are and what you really want is a no to your goals. The most successful people guard their time fiercely. If it's not moving you forward, it's distraction. It's as simple as that. Use time blocks, not just to-do lists. Scheduling times increases the likelihood that you'll actually get it done. Don't just say, I'll work on this later. Put it on your calendar like an appointment with yourself and show up for it. Okay, here's what we're doing. Write down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow and put them on your calendar as commitments. I get it. Time is an easy target. We've all been there. But if we're serious about living the life that you actually want, you have to stop blaming time. Time isn't something you need more of. It's just something that you need to take control of. Because the difference between where you are and where you want to be is in how you spend the time you already have. Check out my Instagram and save the carousel on time management. All the tips that we talked about will be there. If this resonated with you, you're in the right place because I'm going to keep bringing you strategies for how you can break out of your fear, confusion, and doubt that's keeping you from living the abundant life that you actually want on your terms. See you next time.